I'm back. Consistency is key, but y'all know the girl is grinding. Y'all know I'm hustling. Y'all know I got something going on. Y'all know it. Okay, so today is January the 15th. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm glad you guys were able to click on the video and sit for a second. This is what we're gonna be talking about today. We're gonna talk about Todd Tucker and him trying to seek full custody of the children. Mashonda was hanging out with Alicia Keys, Stefon Diggs, Lil Boosie, K. Michelle, NeNe Leakes is returning to the Housewives. Then you got rapper Cash Out in a $40 million damage lawsuit. L.A. Reid settled his lawsuit the day that the trial was set to begin. So let me go ahead on and click this down, click that on up. All right. Now let's get on into it. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. My week has went by kind of fast, but not really. Y'all know I'm working on my prototype. Well, not prototype, but my lawyer is working on, getting everything together to do my non-provisionary patent. And so I've just been back and forth with him. You know what I mean? Like he's doing everything or whatever. But he sends me stuff. I gotta read over it. I send it back. This that, and the third. But it's going, and I'm really enjoying it. It's fun because it's my first time ever doing something like this, so it's fun. So anyway, and I can't wait to show you guys. Like once I am in the clear to like actually show it, then I can't wait to show you guys and like so everybody could be on the same page. So when you are like, "What are you talking about?" You can actually see what I'm talking about because no one has seen it. So anyway, let's get into Miss Todd Tucker and Candace. Okay? Candy, sorry, not Candace, Candy. So y'all know that Todd and Candace divorce just went nuclear. Over the last few days, it has just been everywhere with the prenup wars, the custody battles, the explosive court filings. I mean, she's saying she wants the case to be under wraps, no talking. He's saying he want it out in the public because he ain't got nothing to hide. So it is what it is. Now, what started off as a, quiet, respectable split between Candace and Todd, well, what we thought would have been a quiet and respectable split because she said it, I want to remain friends, blah, blah, blah. It has officially turned into an all-out legal war. Now, different outlets are reporting that the former couple's divorce has gone from calm to completely combative in a matter of weeks. Shortly after the new year, Todd's attorney filed a amendment complaint in Fulton County Court, and Candy's legal team responded with documents just as furious, right? Okay, now at this point, it is unclear these two they not playing nice no more. It's clear they're not playing nice no more. They over it, okay? Now, according to the amended file, now listen, Todd is challenging the prenup. Now, I knew this was gonna happen. Everybody knew this was gonna. Mama Joyce knew. Everybody knew except for Candy. Candy was the only one who believed Todd. Everybody else said, "Run for your life." But she heard that. Y'all remember that episode where they had went and the witch doctor was saying that Candy's husband was there and all this other stuff. See, she took that stuff to the heart, too to the heart because she ended up marrying him. You get what I'm saying? She should have, like Mama Joyce told Phaedra, why did you introduce my daughter to the help? You get what I'm saying? Because if it would have been a man, I don't know, but I'm just saying, if it would have been a man on the same caliber with her, he probably would have, like, hey, look, you got what you got, I have what I have, and then let's just go head on and leave it alone. But because of you've been taking care of Todd for the whole. Well, let me get into the story. Let me get okay. All right. Now, according to the amended filing, Todd is now challenging the legitimacy of the prenup agreement, calling it problematic. In the documents, Todd reportedly states that unless Candy agrees to a settlement that includes dividing her assets and paying him child support, he will pursue legal action to invalidate the prenup altogether. But the financial fight is only one part of this battle, right? Now, Todd is also asking the court to grant him primary legal custody of their two children, Ace and Blade, along with full authority to make decisions on their behalf. That request alone has raised eyebrows across social media. And let me tell you something. He meant to have them kids. He knew if nothing else, Imma lock these kids in. That man was playing chess while Candy was playing checkers, okay? That man was serious. That man said, "You know what? Okay, all right. Let me go ahead on and knock her up a couple times." And it happened. It happened. Now, what else? Oh, so now the fight over the privacy. Remember I was telling y'all she want privacy. He doesn't. So she is asking. Okay. So Todd's attorneys are also pushing back against Candy's request to have the divorce proceedings filed under seal. Now, Candy asked the court to seal the case in order to protect the children and preserve the family's privacy. But Todd's legal team fired back, claiming that Candy has allegedly been speaking to the press about the divorce, and that sealing the case would only allow her to control the narrative. In other words, Todd's side, wants the details public, while Candy wants them locked down. Now, I will say Todd does have a point to this because I haven't seen anything where Todd has mentioned the divorce or talked about the divorce or anything. Like I see that he do like his daddy daycare stuff, and I thought that was fishy because that just started that I seen. Um, but yeah, Candy, she's doing it on I think she has like that Amazon podcast she does, and she was on there talking about it. Like she's talking about it. She's talking about it. Now she's not going deep into it, but she is making comments. All the fans will write her a question and then she'll answer the question. But still in all, if you want to keep it quiet and don't even say anything, you could say something, a fan asks you a question like, how's the divorce going? Hey, I can't talk about that right now, or you get what I'm saying? Because it's not like you're on Bravo where you have to tell your life because you on this reality show. Like, ma'am, you don't have to tell us anything. You could just, mom's the word. Now, Ty's legal team, like I said, they're firing back, claiming that Candy is, speaking about it everywhere, and they don't understand why she even feel like she has the right to request for it to be sealed when she won't close her damn lips. Now, according to her filings, Todd has been living in Candy's home without paying a single bill. Not, wait a minute. Todd's been living with Candy and hasn't paid a single bill, not for the mortgage, not for the utilities, not even for the children's expenses. Her lawyer claims that Candy currently covers everything: the house, school costs, the child care, and even the nannies. Well, okay. So now I'm gonna save it to the end. But that makes no damn sense. So you mean to tell me you've been buying this man these vehicles and doing all this other stuff, and he been going on trips every other weekend, and you've been, hey, god damn it. All right, Todd. I'm not even I can't even be mad. I cannot be mad because if this was a woman, we wouldn't have an issue with it. So I'm not upset if Candy wanted to take on the breadwinner's role. And we've seen her on TV say that she would prefer that Todd be a stay-at-home dad. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You get what I mean? Like, yeah, anyway, so the filings also accused Todd of pretending to be a stay-at-home dad on social media while they even mentioned his daddy daycare. Okay. While Todd posted daddy daycare style videos online, Candy's attorney alleges that a full team of nannies paid for by Candy is actually handling the day-to-day care of the children. Now, Candy's legal team further claims that Todd has taken vacations, leaving the kids behind with nannies and family while still presenting himself publicly as a primary caregiver. Well, that sounds pretty smart to me, right? Huh? I mean, he knew he saw the writing on the wall, and the man said, "Let me go ahead on and draw with you." You get what I'm saying? You ain't about to have me stuck out here, stuck like Chuck. Now, the custody battle appears to be one of the most emotional aspects of the case. According to Candy, Todd allegedly refused to bring the children to New York City around Christmas, even though they were out of school for winter break. Candy says she was forced to travel to Atlanta just to see her own children. Ma'am, you had to. I think it's more convenient if you fly to Atlanta than us flying to New York. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody doesn't wanna live in a hotel. I don't know, you might be in a cute hotel, but I like sleeping in my bed. You get what I'm saying? And, yeah, that's kinda selfish, Candy. You're sounding kinda selfish. Now, Candy is now asking the judge to require Todd to contribute financially. What? Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Y'all like my little sound effects? Yeah. See, I don't be playing with it that often, but I'm gonna start playing with them when Anyway, okay. Now, how you gonna ask this man to start contributing financially to the household and child care expenses when he hasn't done it in the 11 years y'all been together? Okay? And to issue an order granting her joint custody of the children. Okay, so she wants joint custody. Okay, cool. That I don't see a problem with, right? Because she is the busybody. She got to get out there. She got to get the money. So we can't knock the woman for getting out there, getting the hustle, getting the grind on, right? But I don't agree with you on this one, Candy. I don't think that you can just sit up here and say, I need you to start going half with me now. You get what I'm saying? Because if he doesn't have a job and your bills, I don't know, let's say your bill's $50,000 a month. If he don't have a job and you've been covering this 50 for the past, I don't know, 5 years. Let's just say 5 years. Who the hell you think about to just go out here and find a job that I'm gonna be able to pay for that? You get what I'm saying? You been with this man for 10 plus years. You know he ain't got no money. Didn't your mama tell you he was a bum? I'm not saying he a bum. I'm just saying what Mama Joyce said. The Mama Joyce said he was a bum. That's it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I don't know the man personally, but I will say this here. He saw a sucker and licked it. Okay. I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. Women do it all the time. And I'm not saying women look find suckers and lick them, but you know what? Yeah, I am saying that. Anyway, but women normally end out on the brighter side of this, right? Normally women, she been a housewife for 10 years, 11 years. And, he waited till the 10 years was up. Oh, listen, put that man in the book because he did what he was supposed to do. He came, he conquered, he seen, he saw, he's out. That is, that's it, that's it. 10 years and now it's time to file. 10 years. Cause after 10 years, most places, after 10 years, you could get half of everything. I know in the military, if you make it past 10 years, they get half your retirement or your pension or whatever. Like 10 years is a magic number. I was watching some late Michelle ATL, and she was saying that she had been married like 9 years and 5 months. But 10 years is like that key. You get what I'm saying? You gotta get rid of them before the 10 years. If you love them, you don't. If you love them, you don't. But for this situation, anything after 10 years, he trying to go for the gusto. And then the fact that this man, that's the part that's killing me, but not really. It's like he challenging the prenup. The man, that's what he came in there for. He came in there for that. And Candy fell for it because she wanted to. You get what I'm saying? How you live in Delulu? Like some people like living in Delulu. I've met guys. Let me tell y'all this story. I met a guy and I just was so in love. And I love living in that Delulu, baby. Oh, I love it. It was the best time of my life. And then you gotta wake up and be like, yeah, this ain't, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you don't want to hear what people telling you, like, all this, all that. Girl, I don't care. I am in Delulu and I like it here. I do. I like it. Now, what makes this divorce so shocking is how far it has fallen from where the couple once stood. Now, Candy, a music mogul, reality star, business powerhouse, and then Todd, you know, producer, were once viewed as one of reality's. I don't think that they were ever one of the strongest couples. You get what I'm saying? But that's how they put it in this article. I don't agree with that. A strong couple mean that both, they standing on their tens. You get what I'm saying? Both y'all 10 toes down on it. You get what I'm saying? It's not her asking him to be a stay-at-home dad. Cause what real go getter ass dude about to just be like, all right, sure, honey, I'll stay home and watch the kids without, you know what I mean? Cause every business that, even though people saying that Candy wouldn't have did this, that, and the third without Todd needed Candy's money and her. celebrity to push a lot of that stuff, and it still didn't work. The restaurants went up and down. You know, she did the plays, which I'm not even knocking that, but I would have loved to go out there and see the one that they had Denzel, the piano, the one with Denzel in it. I think that was a piano. I'm not sure, but I would have loved to go out there and see. I would love to go and see a Broadway play one day. I've never been to see a Broadway play. I've been to New York City. Ooh, y'all could keep it. But I would love to see like a Broadway show, like a really good show, right? I would. I don't know, call me what you want. But they ain't never called me to come to Broadway. Now, their split is filled with accusations, financial dispute, custody demands, and now you got this bit of legal strategy that they're trying to use against this whole that prenup. And she's trying to say, well, it was on camera, he signed it. But then on camera, you heard Todd's attorney tell Candy, I can't talk to you without your legal counsel. And here it is. Next scene, you see Candy's attorney talking to Todd like, ma'am, where's Goose Gander? And then Todd still has the same lawyer. I don't know where that white woman that Candy had used when she got married. I don't know if she no longer practices. She's out the state. She just like, I ain't got nothing to do with it. But Todd is using the same attorney from the beginning. So this guy knows what's going on. He knows the ins and outs. He knows where the bodies are buried. And he coming for it. You know what I mean? He coming for it. And I bet he probably had that meeting with Todd. Was like, they wasn't supposed to meet with you. Call me when y'all get a divorce. I got you. And that was it, because nothing lasts forever. I hate to say it, nothing lasts forever, right? So at this point, it is clear that Todd and Candy are no longer aiming for a quiet resolution with the prenup under attack, the custody on the line, and both sides accusing the other of, you know, bad behavior. This divorce is shaping up to be one of the messiest celebrity splits in recent memory. And I do concur. Now, one thing is certain, right? This is no longer a private breakup. It is a full scale legal war. And keep in mind that in the court documents, Ty's attorney, because in Georgia, they don't seal marriage divorce records. They leave it open. So it doesn't matter if it was Obama getting a divorce in in Atlanta or Georgia, or if it was me. They feel as though your status or your celebrity does not stop you from being embarrassed, because everyone gets embarrassed. So it's a even field. So I don't think that she's gonna get this sealed. I don't think she's gonna get this sealed request because, like I said, it's a lot of other people who have petitioned to get it sealed off, and his attorney does point that out, like, "Hey, look, we got case this, case that, case," he quoted statutes or case laws, and it hasn't worked so far. So, I mean, best of luck to her, but I don't know, man. Like, I honestly feel like this is what she get. I hate to say it like that, but I do feel like this is what you get. You should have listened to your mama. Your mama told you to leave him alone. And look, you should have left him alone. Now, speaking of leaving alone, Mashonda celebrating her birth. I can't even get it out. I'm not that big of a woman. I'm not hanging with my ex-husband's mistress. Well, his wife. I'm sorry, we not doing it. Nope. 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 Not gonna happen. Nope. I'm not that big. I'm not that big of a woman. I'm sorry. I'm not that big of a woman. So Mashonda celebrates her 48th birthday with Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys, and a lot of fans are calling it very mature, but also kind of wild. And I agree. That is very, girl, you grown. Cause I ain't got it in me. Now Mashonda just turned 48 and she looks absolutely gorgeous. Y'all see her in the picture. Oh, Michael, don't be coming up on me like that. But she just turned 48, and the guest list at her birthday celebration had the internet doing a double take. Now, the singer, author, and wellness advocate rang in her big day with a vacation style birthday getaway surrounded by close friends and loved ones. But two familiar faces stood out in a major way: her ex husband, Swiss Beats, and his wife, Alicia Keys. Mm hmm. Yeah, that Alicia Keys. Yeah. Alicia, I steal your husband. Call me if you want to. I'm not gonna answer the phone. Come looking for me. I'ma hide in the closet. Keys. And yes, the same Swiss B who famously left her. Remember when she went online and said that not only did he stop coming home, he stopped paying the bills. Yeah, cash that tea. Could you imagine? Imagine with me. Now, Mashonda shared moments from her birthday celebration on social media, showing a relaxed, joyful atmosphere filled with laughter, music, love, and at one point, Alicia Keys even sang "Happy Birthday" to her. Girl, let me take these headphones off, cause oh Lord, I'm about to bust my eardrum. Ain't no way. Making the moment feel both heartfelt and for many fans incredibly unexpected. What the hell? Y'all remember when they had that video where they were all on vacation together? Mm. Now the trio appeared comfortable, smiling, and genuinely in a good space and place, signaling that whatever pain existed in the past has clearly been worked through. Still, the internet could not help but to react. Now listen, come here real quick. Let me ask y'all a question. Now don't judge me. Let me put my headphones back on because I actually like making sure that y'all can hear me. So okay, y'all know they said that Alicia Keys is a what's the best proper way of saying this? A carpet muncher. Now, do y'all think that maybe something went down with them all, the trio, and like that's kind of how they all on like a different space and place? Like, look. Walk with me down this road real quick. Put your slippers on. What if before Alicia came, Swiss and Mashonda had like a little freak thing going on. With like, they invite women to their bedroom here, there, whatever. I'm not knocking it because I mean, if that's what you into, that's what you into. I ain't never met nobody that made me get to that point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm meeting the wrong people. But I ain't never have a man. I ain't never have a man that was that good to where he could tell me we're gonna bring somebody else in, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, daddy." Yeah, nah, never been that type of chick. But what if, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what if, like, after a couple years or whatever, and they actually kind of calmed down and they really, had they first sit down where Mashonda's no longer hurt and Swiss and took care of all the stuff. So like he done cleaned it up in a sense. And what if they done got Boosie? Don't look at me. I'm just saying, what if they did? I don't know. But that just sound perfect because why y'all so cool like that? I mean, I get it. Like somebody could say, oh, well, it was so long ago and they grown. Girl, this man left me with our kids in this huge mansion, no money, nothing. I was already doing my thing. He turned me into a housewife. He done locked me down with these kids. And you done up and left, and here it is. I'm calling this hoe, and she not answering her phone because she feeling some type of way. And I know what's going on because people be talking, and you don't want to tell me what's going on. And then you want to get on TV and say that you thought allegedly you want to get on there and say, "Oh, I didn't even know about her and all this," or they would, bitch. I wouldn't have been blowing up your phone if me and my dude wasn't on good terms. If we ain't on good terms, I don't care what he doing. If we ain't together, I don't care what he doing. We divorced, and I don't care what he doing. We separate, I don't care what he doing. But if the wife is blowing up your phone, that's her man. That's her man. And you playing with fire. Okay. I'ma calm down. I was once a married woman. And no, we didn't divorce because of cheating. We got married young, and we both were in the military. So it was more like benefits. You get what I'm saying? Like you can move out the barracks. We got our own housing. We got extra money for the BA. Oh, wait a minute. What's the timeline? Because I don't want the people to come back talking about something we owe them somebody, child. Because I ain't got it. I'm Tasha K. I ain't got it. Oh, and speaking of Tasha K, y'all know she went online and I know somebody saying Tasha K be lying like a mother. Okay, so she went online and told that she had 2 networks, one, Now That's TV, that were willing to pay Cardi B the debt that she owed. So however much she owed, I don't know if it's 2 million or 3 million or whatever. I don't know the exact amount now. You know what I'm saying? Because she been paying off on it. But they were willing to pay the remaining debt off. And Cardi B didn't even respond to it. Cardi B don't want the money from them. She want it from her. And let me tell y'all something. That's the kind of carrying on I like right there. I don't want their money. I want the money from you. You perpetuated it. I want it from you. I want it from you. I want to get the blood out the turnip. I want it from you. Now, if they write you the check and then you deposit the check and then you pay me, that is what it is. But I want the money from the that I sued. The chick that I sued. That all right, Michael. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. Now, back to this crazy shenanigans. So social media was instantly split, right? Which most people would, right? Some praised Mashonda for her emotional maturity, calling the moment a powerful example of healing, forgiveness, and co-parenting done well. Them all them preacher people. Now, many pointed out that not everyone can move past such betrayal, hurt, and in such a healthy way, especially in the public eye. Others, however, admitted they found it just straight up unusual. You hear what I'm saying? Now, let's be honest. Swiss Beats left Mashonda and later built a life with Alicia Keys. While all three have spoken openly over the years about finding peace and choosing growth over bitterness, seeing them celebrate together in such an intimate setting still caught many people off guard. One fan summed it up perfectly. This is beautiful, but also kind of wild as hell. And it is. Now, the most talked about moment from the celebration was Alicia, singing to Mashonda, right? Watching Alicia sing directly to Mashonda in front of Swiss, and then, and they circle. It felt kind of symbolic, not awkward, not forced, just surprisingly warm. You know what I mean? It was the kind of scene that would have felt impossible years ago, back when the breakup between Mashonda and Swiss played out publicly, and it was very painful. I felt really bad for the lady. I really did, because she ain't have not a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Well, she had that mansion, but hey, she couldn't pay. But time, I guess, and therapy and intention cleared, I guess it cleared up everything. But child. Mm-mm. Now, Mashonda has been open about her healing journey, especially through her work in mental wellness and emotional health. Over the years, she has spoken about forgiveness, self love, and, choosing peace over resentment. Now, I agree with that. Holding on to stuff that only hurts you. You get what I'm saying? It only hurts you because you holding on to it. The other person might not even give a care. Now, Alicia and Swiss too have emphasized unity, respect, and blending their family values, blending family values. And you know what? Ain't nothing worse than somebody who show no lack of concern or morality or morals or whatever, trying to tell you we need to have family values. You get what I'm saying? Like, where was your family values at when you was sleeping with my husband? You get what I mean? Because we had a family, 2 kids. So where was the family values? It just later on, you know what I mean? Girl gone. See, she couldn't have been at my birthday. I wouldn't have had it. Imma need you to keep cutting that check, and I don't even wanna see the hoe. You hear what I'm saying? Now, the ability to coexist, celebrate milestones, and show up for each other reflects a level of emotional growth that many people aspire to, even if they can't quite imagine doing it themselves. I don't inspire to that. I don't. If you do me like that, then I'm dead with you. I don't need you to ever come back around in my life. Like, be there for your children. Make sure that you take, so that your kids aren't struggling. And then you owe me because, like with Todd, you owe me. You wanted me to quit my job. You wanted me to be a stay at home, person for the kids, XYZ. So I need you to do that part, at least until I could get on my feet. I'm not saying that I need you to do this for the rest of my life, even though some people do pay alimony until what the other person remarry. Like the guy that Tony Braxton was married to the first time, who she had been paying, or I think she still pay that man like $5,000 a month, and she done filed 2 bankruptcies and still can't get that man off her back. Yeah. So she, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That man made sure, I don't care what you do in life, you gonna take care of me. You gonna remember to send me my $5,000. Now let's call it what it is. It is unusual, but it's also, it is also incredibly mature. Hmm. Most people would suggest struggle to vacation with their ex and the person they left them for. But I mean, hell, Mashonda is not most people. At 48, she looks radiant. She looks loved. And to be honest, she looks unbothered. No bitterness, no awkward energy, just peace. And maybe that is the real flex, right? And I'm not holding that up. I'm not holding that against her. I can have all that and still not have you in my space though. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Now because, while the situation may feel strange to outsiders, one thing is undeniable. Mashonda is winning in her healing era. And I'm not gonna knock that. Happy birthday to her. Maybe I'll grow up sometime, but I don't need all that. You get what I'm saying? I To be honest, I think she probably got over it because Swiss maybe, tugging at that money. Hey, if you want us, you gonna have y'all gonna have to figure it out. And then, she probably did sit back and say, you know what? Rejection is a blessing. You know? He probably was a dog and been cheating. And she just kept holding on. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is she better than me. Cause I couldn't have did it. I'm sorry. You call me what you want, but you ain't gonna call the bitch at my birthday party. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. But I guess, do I inspire to be that healthy and grown? I am that healthy and grown. I just don't. You know what? That's why when you have your own, you don't have to tolerate and deal with certain things. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can move on and be happy and not necessarily dwell in this old relationship and these old feelings. But I feel as though underneath financially, he's still helping her, and that's keeping her calm. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, hey, look, hey, 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 I need you to go in public. I need you to stop bashing my wife. I need you to say that everything is good. We go on these vacations. And that could be good for that's why I think the Judas lit. I don't even want to start no rumor, but it just seemed kind of fishy to me. And then, the rumors about OK, oh, AK. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, some people be getting down with the get down. I don't know. And speaking of people who be getting down with the get down, oh, Stefon Diggs. Mm, mm, mm. That's a cute man. I think he's a attractive guy. I could see why Cardi is interested. I do think that he goes both ways. That's my personal opinion, but I don't care. That's his life. I don't know. If you like it from the front and the back, that's hell. Some people like, what my guy said, anyway. New England Patriots star wide receiver Stefon Diggs will have his arrangement delayed until February 13th, according to newly filed court documents, right before Valentine's Day. Ain't that about a F or a B? Uh, FB? Okay. Now, the hearing tied to felony strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery charges was originally scheduled for January the 23rd. The proposed new date means that Diggs remain eligible to play as the postseason continues, including a potential AFC Championship appearance later this month. The charges stem from an alleged incident on December the 2nd at a residence and involving a private chef and a dispute over payment. Now I already knew when I saw that they changed the date. I was just waiting to find out why, because it's always behind money. They just want to make sure that he could play in the champ. He could play if they can make it to the championship. You see how these people really don't care about you? They don't care about you. They don't care about he got caught. They don't care about none of that. We pay you, Negro. You're gonna do your job. Now, court documents allege that Diggs struck the woman and attempted to choke her using his arm, claiming she struggled to breathe and feared she might black out. The report states she was later thrown on the bed, Police noted redness on her chest, though no photographs were taken. Interesting. Where's her phone at? They can pull out their phone for any and everything, but you can't take a picture of bruises? That would have been the first thing I would have did. I hate to tell you. Now, text messages included in the filing show a heated exchange over payment with the chef requesting to be paid for the season. Now, Diggs has denied the allegations and declined to, discuss the case publicly, calling it an open matter, which is smart. Candy, that's what you need to be doing. His attorney says that Diggs categorically, denied these allegations, describing them as unsubstantiated and tied to a financial disagreement, right? Um, I don't know what this man is up to, but it just seemed like, oh, Stefan is just between the guy doing the interview talking about how he SA'd him or how he tried to SA him or, whatever. And now you got this girl, then you got all these kids. I mean, they be talking about these overly sexual men. You get what I'm saying? Like he's too damn overly sexual. If you get my drift. Yeah. Anyway, so I had read this article. Yeah, I'm about to go to something else. I had read this article and and they was talking about the Golden Globes for 2026. Now, I haven't sat down and watched the whole show out, but I have seen clips like with Tiana Taylor winning. And luckily, I had seen the movie One Battle After Another. I watched it actually a week or two prior to the Golden Globes. And I just watched it because it just came across the screen and it had Leonardo and I seen her on there. And I was like, oh, I've never heard of this because I didn't even know that the movie was, I didn't even know about it. And I went ahead on and I turned it on. And it's a long 2 hours and 30 minutes, like another Titanic movie, right? Except for ain't no water. But it's a long movie. And to be honest with you, first time I attempted to watch it, I fell asleep. Not at all. Gone. Couldn't even stay up. But then the next day, I decided like, I'm gonna go ahead on and watch it because I'm up, so I got the time. And she's in about the first 30 minutes, and then the rest of the movie, she's not in it at all. You get what I'm saying? And then her role in the beginning, I'm not trying to be hypocritical. However, she was overly sexual. I just wish that sometimes we are not as black women awarded for playing a stereotype that is really not us. You get what I'm saying? Like she was just this overly sexual woman. And don't get me wrong, I know some freaks, black freaks, white freaks. I know freaks. You know what I mean? But her role in this movie, I would have thought it would have been more, but it was just like, okay, put the black girl in, let her have sex with these two white men, and then give a baby, and then she snitches, and then she done ran off to Cuba. And you don't see her no more. I don't know if she went to Cuba, but she left. You get what I'm saying? And then, oh God, it was just. Would I recommend the movie? No. Would I watch it again? No. Am I mad I watched it the first time? Kinda. That was a whole 2.5 hours of my life gone. I really could have went without watching that movie. I mean, to the point, you know how when you watch a movie and you stop it every so often just to see how much time you got left? That's how it was. You get what I'm saying? Because I've watched movies and they don't went off. I'm like, damn, like that show on Netflix, His and Hers or Hers and His. You know, you know. That's a good little mini series. If you knew, there's 6 episodes. But by the time it was going to the next episode, I was already clicking the button, gone to the next episode. You get what I'm saying? And they like 45 minutes per. And I watched that. No, I ain't doze off, fall asleep, look to see how much time I had, or none of that. I was ready because it was good. But with this, oh God, it was like dragging. I felt like they was pulling my teeth. I was so ready for it to end. I am so. I think at one point, matter of fact, there was they had a scene in there so long that I actually was skipping. Like how you hit the button like 2 times just to hurry it up. Like the scene went for so long that I was hurrying it up to get to the goddamn point, like for real. So would I watch it? Nah, I'm over it. But anyway, let me get to the point of what I was saying because I wasn't. This ain't even a review about that movie. So y'all know each year the winners of the Golden Globe they get like they get a celebrity they get like this the takeaway home trophy thing or whatever, but they also get a goodie bag. Now that's what I wanted to see what was in the goodie bag. Okay. Now this year's goodie bag was worth close to $1 million. Now the prizes include luxury items, experiences, and travel. And here's what winners and the presenter will take home from this ceremony. Okay. Now let's get okay. Now at this year's Golden Globe, the winners and presenters will take home the ultimate gift bag. This gift has been cultured. It was cultured by Robert Report. Ooh, that's an ugly name. A luxury lifestyle magazine. Oh, okay. All right. So it's a luxury lifestyle magazine. Okay. Now per Yahoo Entertainment. This year, all the winners and presenters will receive $273 in skincare set, $445 of another skincare set, then $860 of a skin LED hair growth helmet. Okay, and then $480 for a Solemn Health 1 year basic supplement subscription, then, one $615 scent of choice from Perfume Head Extract Day perfume. $640 for some porcelain La Creme 128. $465 for a luxury spa box. $500 a $500 Cagney 22 and 77 bottle set with martini and rocks glass, and a 5-day luxury yacht charter through Indonesia worth $60,000. I think that's the only damn thing I would have wanted on there, to be honest with you. Let's see what else they said they had on there. Let's see here. These are just the gifts that all the winners get, and the presenters will receive. Some winners and presenters will also receive other gifts. Like five people, they received uh, 5 people will receive a beachfront villa stay worth $25,000. Okay, one winner will receive 9 bottles of an ultra rare French wine worth $210,000, and one recipient will go home with a ticket to the what the I don't even know what that is, but it's some kind of jubilee, and that's worth $117,000. Oh, okay. Well, they could okay, so what I would have preferred, they could have given okay, you could let me get the beachfront villa stay for 25,000. Oh, listen. So when I worked over in Kuwait, they have like villas and apartments and stuff. And so like the firefighters and stuff, they had like these really, really nice ass villas. You get what I'm saying? And where I stayed at, I was on the Persian Gulf, but I was in a flat, but it was 4 bedrooms, 4 baths. It had a maid's quarter. I mean, it was big, right? And then it was just me and my other roommate. Like, because I got there first, and then my other roommate came there, I wanna say maybe like a month or 2 later, and then another girl came there, like, after her, like, a month or 2 later, but, we was already comfortable, and so we just didn't vibe with her, and so she ended up wanting to leave or whatever, and we was cool with that, cause girl, I don't mess with you like that anyway. But anyway, so yeah, so back to, what's his name? Stefon Diggs. I look, if he choked the bitch, then he needs to go to jail. Strangulation, choking, whatever, suffocation. Don't put your hands on people. No one has a right to put their hands on anybody. So if he choked the bitch, he need to go to jail. And if Carter's standing by him, we already see that she's a trauma bonder. So, you see her ex-husband, right? All right. Now speaking of trauma bonding, y'all know Kanye West claims that his $1.8 million lien was a shakedown in an explosive lawsuit. Child, get in here. Let's talk about it. Yep, yep, yep. Kanye West, known as Jeezy, is taking legal action against his former project manager and a law firm. Ooh, excuse me, claiming they improperly placed a $1.8 million lien on his former Malibu mansion. Now, the lawsuit was filed Thursday in LA Supreme Court and names Tony Saxton and West Coast trial lawyers as defendants. I didn't even know Kanye was still. I thought the people done took all his money. Anyway, now according to the complaint, Yee alleges the lien was invalid and recorded while Sachs and his attorneys launched what he describes as an aggressive public campaign. Now, the suit claims those actions were intended to pressure him publicly, mhm, chill potential buyers, and force him to pay for claims that are already being disputed in court. Now, why Yeezy got that white woman on there just booty ball butt naked? She got underwear on. I'm serious. Do she have underwear on? I know she ain't got no bra on, but is this lady straight up naked? Tell me she got some underwear on. Is there anything to say this lady got underwear on? Oh Lord. Okay. Now, Saxton previously sued Yee back in September 2023, alleging unpaid wages, labor violations, and disability discrimination connected to his work at the Malibu property, where he served as a project manager, security guard, and caretaker. Now, that's too many damn jobs for one person. You the project manager, security guard, and caretaker? Come on now. That's too damn much. Oh, you was just being greedy trying to keep all that money. Now, Yee has denied the allegations, stating in a court filing that Saxon suffered no damages caused by him. If that man was working all them damn jobs, come on now. The project manager, the security guard, and caretaker? Well, I mean, I guess if you're the security guard and you walking around, you could be taking care of the grounds. And then, you know, you could write your own report because, you the project manager. Okay, I get it. I get it. I see 3 for 1. I get it. Okay. Now, the court documents say that Saxton placed the lien in January 2024, shortly after Yee listed the home for sale. Now, the lawsuit points to a statement Saxton's attorney made to the media saying if someone wants to buy Kanye's Malibu home, they will have to deal with us first. Yee argues the comment falsely implied the lien could block a sale. The filing also states that the judge later ordered the lien released and awarded Yee attorney fees. So okay, I think he got a case. What y'all think? Y'all think he got a case? I mean, if you do making that comment saying if someone wants to buy Kanye's home, they will have to deal with us first. That is giving the implication that, I have to take care of your lien before I can own this home. So I think he got a case. I think he got a case. I miss the old Kanye. Well, I ain't never know the old Kanye to be honest with you. He just always seemed kind of throwed off. But yeah, I guess, you get to a certain point in life and, them devils really start coming for you because it's time to pay up, you know? They want this money. And then you parading this white woman around. Yeah, congratulations. Because you wasn't about to get no sister to get out there. He wouldn't have got that first, the one he was engaged to, the one that they ended up breaking up or whatever. He wouldn't have been able to get her to get out there and do that. Hell, I don't even think Amber Rose would have did it. She even got some kind of decency about herself. And I like Amber Rose. That's a cute bald headed heifer. But yeah, Kanye West done lost his damn mind. But I hope he win this lawsuit because at the end of the day, if there's nothing there, there's nothing there. So you sitting out there putting those words out there in the universe, like if they gotta come to you, yeah, 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 I will sue you too. You're lying. And speaking of lying, let's talk about Boosie BadAzz. Y'all know he from Baton Rouge. Y'all know I know y'all. There, man. Yep, yep, yep. I am from Baton Rouge. Yes, I'm from Baton Rouge, and yes, Baton Rouge is very small. My cousin is cousins with Boosie. Well, It's just a long line, but yeah. Anyway, so Boosie BadAzz has avoided prison time following a federal gun charge, according to reports. Right now, on Friday, the Louisiana rapper appeared in a California federal courtroom after previously pleading guilty to being a felon in possession of a firearm. Now, I thought that they said that that firearm was like a toy or something, a prop. I thought that's what they said, but whatever. Now, prosecutor, oh, that's when he thought that the case had got dropped, and he was crying them crocodile tears, and then the people came back with the Uno reverse the next day and was like, "Oh no, we dropped it because that charge no longer exists. We picking it up under this now." Yeah, that was some. Yeah, that ain't nothing but some head play right there. Terrible, terrible people. Now, prosecutors had pushed for a 24-month prison sentence, followed by 3 years of supervised visitation. Release. Instead, the judge sentenced Boosie to time served, 3 years of supervised release, and a $50,000 fine. Legal affairs reporter, that white woman that always following around black people business, Megan Cuffin or whatever. Yeah, her. So, she's reporting because, she got to be where black people at. They love to steal. Oh, wait. Anyway, ahead of the hearing, Boosie shared videos on social media showing himself preparing to head into court wearing a bright blue suit and a luxury AP watch. The rapper appeared confident as he, documented the moment. Boy, I tell you, some people just always got to show off. I would never go. Let me tell you something. If I had to go to court, I'm showing up in my bummiest look. Okay, I'm not pulling up in no Rolls Royce with no $150,000 watch on. You get what I'm saying? Like it has some kind. Booster, stop looking at me. Have some damn have some shame with yourself. Jesus. So he wrote a caption on his IG and was like, let's get it. I bet. Now the case stemmed from, like I said, a 2023 traffic stop in San Diego. Police say they discovered multiple firearms in Boosie's vehicle after spotting a gun in his waistband during an Instagram live video. How hard are you watching IG that you notice a gun? And that's, boy, I tell you, if these people don't just stay off this IG, they just be posting any and everything. Any and everything. If you be online posting any and everything, stop. Stop it. Just stop. Look, all 2026 blocking. If I'm on my FYP and I see something that's negative or just downright just wrong, going straight blocking. Block, block. I don't want the mess. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't mind a little zhishing, a little laughter, but when they get to questions from these red pill men, women, if this, that, soon as I see just to start our women, if block, because we not carrying that. If you want to go get your man, go get you a man. I'm so tired of these punks acting like they like women when they really need a good man in their life. And if I'm not trying to offend nobody, so please don't take it as that. I am saying if you are a man, stop criticizing women. Jesus. Find something else to do. Go get your nails done. Go get your boyfriend. But to sit up and just criticize women all day long is very punkish, and you need to go get you a good man and go and get some good D. Cause that's what it's giving. You get what I'm saying? These men, oh, women need the women, men need to. Y'all the reason why we got all these wars going on. I seen this one video where this man was like, when women need to be happy because if we were to really get into our male instincts, oh sir, you need to be put down. You rabid dog. What do you mean? Any man that sit up there and say those comments, that's not a real man. No real man thinks about hurting a woman. No real man that I know. Most men who love women, they, boy, I tell you, cook, clean. Let me tell you something. When they say a pick me man, or not necessarily a pick me man, but simp. Oh, I love a simp. I love a thug too, but at the same time, a simp. If I had to pick a man who wants to cater to me or me catering to a man, I want the man to cater to me because I'm a cater in return. You get what I'm saying? Because that's just in a woman's nature. But you catering to him don't mean he gonna cater back to you. But him catering to me, I'm going to cater to him. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a 2-for-1 special. It's not that trio thing with Alicia and Mashonda and Swiss Beats. There ain't none of that. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? Okay. So, although a federal judge dismissed the charges in July, prosecutors had refiled, the charges soon after. And then Boosie went ahead on and accepted the plea deal in August, and he had been waiting, for the sentencing ever since then. So I'm happy for Boosie. I would never want to see someone go to jail or prison, even if they are doing idiotic things to a point, right? I'm kind of torn. I really am. I'm biased. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I am because I love Boosie, so I can't even. I would have. And then he just had a baby with that girl. With the girl like 18, 19 years old. He just had a baby, and so he need to be there for the child or whatever, whatnot. But yeah, I'm glad that he didn't get any jail time because I do believe that them prosecutors they were trying to f with him, and I think sometimes that just be the goal. Like he doesn't even go to Baton Rouge anymore. Like if he do, he probably in and out real quick. Because I'm sorry, I gotta tell it because he already know that the law enforcement down there they looking to try to get him. You get what I'm saying? It's like the one that got away. And he got away. And you can't knock that man for, getting out. And Boosie been hustling since he was what, like 13, 14. He been out there in them streets. So it is what it is. Now let's move on to Jackée. Because Miss Jackée just exposed a secret about Mr. Michael Jackson that I don't think anybody was ready to hear. I know I wasn't. Oh, Miss Jackée Harry. Y'all know Jackie from 227. All right. Now, Miss Jackie says that she and Michael Jackson had a secret romance and spills intimate details on Nick Cannon's podcast. I didn't even know Nick Cannon still had a podcast. Interesting. So, this is crazy. So it's some jaw dropping tea about the late Michael Jackson, right? And it's coming straight from Jackae's mouth. And I know it's the truth. I don't know why, but I just feel like her mouth is the Bible. Did y'all watch when she was on Watch What Happens Live when she and Regina King came on and they got drunk? If you have never seen that episode, go watch it. Child, I tell you, Jackée is like that auntie that you just love to have. Like you just waiting for her to get drunk, and then you just go sit by her because you know you about to be hearing everything, right? If you ain't got one of them type of aunties, get you one. Now, during a recent episode of Nick Cannon's podcast, where Jackée appeared alongside comedian and actress Kim Whitley, the legendary 227 star made a stunning confession that she and Michael Jackson were more than just friends. Now, according to Jackie, the two had an intimate relationship that went far beyond, just them hanging out, right? She said it plainly. They were romantically involved and the relationship was physical. Okay? Physical. Okay? It was some bumping and grinding and some hunching going on. But if you don't want to, okay, I'm going to let y'all hear it. Hold on.
Stories. We gonna get to it. Got some good stories. How long you know Michael Jackson for?
For my girlfriend, she sang background for Marvin Hicks. God rest her soul. She's my best friend. She sang background with him. She introduced me to him.
Was Mike cool?
Yep. And everything was true down there.
Down there?
What you mean? What is that about Mike down there?
I don't know that about Mike.
Tell us the thing about Mike's down there.
Why do y'all know so much about?
I don't want to be sued though.
You're not gonna be sued, boo. Come on.
It had a spot on it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, he got a birthmark on his
That's
head.
all. I don't know the birthmark.
Talking about the vitiligo.
What is happening?
Girl, you
Miss
are not
Jackée is out of here.
on his dick.
Oh my God. Boy,
I ain't never had the lights on to see.
You brought me here. It's all the same with the
turn
lights out.
on. That's what I'm saying. So I ain't gonna see no spots.
What did they say he was?
I just feel for bumps.
Yeah, no, he's a nice cat. He's a nice cat.
Okay,
Nice
nice
like
cat.
Nick. Look at Nick. Nick's a thin, good-looking, handsome man, but I heard tell. So
I don't know none of this.
Right. We gonna get the tea here tonight.
She teaches me a lot.
Y'all,
I know you know what's going on.
I get her leftovers.
stories. We gonna get.
Well, the cat is out the bag, child. Jackie said that even in his most private areas, the condition was visible, child. Mentioning that he got a little spot on the thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, if he got Villagro, then yeah, I mean, I guess. So why would it not affect that area? But I'm all for what Kim was saying. Yeah, you checking for bump. I'm a looker. Let me see. Okay. All right. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with looking. You trying to go up. Listen, ain't look, when it come to sex, where's the shame at? There should be no shame. Let me see what you working with. You want to see? Come on now. Let's look. Let's check each other out, and then we're gonna go to the doctor because you can't be playing around these days. And I'm serious. Let me tell you something. It's just oh Lord, just be celibate, child. Um, but yeah, if anything, she seemed amused and, confident and completely at ease discussing the experience. And while she kept the conversation playful, one thing was unmistakable. Or Jackie had nothing but positive things to say about Michael Jackson as a partner. Let's just say she did not sound disappointed, okay? Because that is not what I was given. And when she described Nick, I understood. And for my girls, we understand. You see, he's a nice, tall, slim fella with yeah. If you know, you know, you know. Now the moment instantly went viral with fans debating, everything from whether they had ever suspected the two were romantically involved to what this revelation means for the long-standing mystery surrounding Michael Jackson's personal relationships. Now, some fans were shocked, others said it humanized him in a way rarely seen, and many praised Jackie for speaking openly about, the relationship until now. Because everybody want to put everything out there, and the fact that she held on to this and kept it completely out of the public eye is amazing, to be honest with you. Now, it also sparked renewed conversation about Michael's vitiligo, the condition he publicly acknowledged, but which was often twisted into like these conspiracy theories about his appearance. People trying to say he's trying to turn into a white woman and all this other stuff. Now, Jackie's candid comments reinforce what medical professionals have long said that vitiligo can affect the skin anywhere on the body. What makes this story especially powerful is the source. Okay. Now, Miss Jackée is not a, tabloid personality. She is a Emmy winning actress. Put some respect on her name. A respected Hollywood veteran and someone who has largely stayed away from scandal. Because you don't hear Miss Jackie name in no scandal. Okay. You might hear it in some things, but you ain't hearing it in no scandal. For her to speak so freely on such a major platform caught everyone, it caught people off guard. And I appreciate it. And Nick Cannon, he knew exactly what he had on his hands. The moment quickly became one of the most talked about clips from the episode. In a world where Michael Jackson's life is often discussed through lawsuits or headlines or, just controversy, Jackie offers something different, a personal, intimate, human perspective from someone who says she actually knew him in private. And according to her, there was much more to Michael Jackson than the world ever imagined. As always, we're gonna be watching to see what happens, because hey, somebody else might come out and say that they was Michael Jackson. We're gonna have to make sure that we believe this person. But look, I like the fact that Michael was getting down. Because they try to make it seem like the man was like a eunuch or something. You get what I'm saying? So but whatever. But legends when they get personal, I enjoy it. I like to hear it. I'm glad that she didn't die with this secret. Cause you know how them old folks, they like to take everything to the grave with them, child. You be like, dang, grandma ain't tell me nothing. Yep. You want to take everything to the grave. Like, lady, let that off your soul, please. And thank you while you up here playing games. And speaking of playing games, y'all know K Michelle is a new housewife. Well, y'all know they saying that she is lying about her husband, right? hmm Now I don't know exactly what they said, but I know they said something. So we're gonna look and see what they talking about because I want to know what they saying that she lied about. Now hold on one second while I pull that on up there. All right. Now, yeah, okay. So K Michelle joins the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but is she really married is the question, right? And castmates are already questioning it. Now, the upcoming season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta just got a major upgrade in some people's mind, right? K Michelle is officially joining the cast and she's bringing along her quote unquote husband, a well known dentist named Canston Sims. Now, the two have appeared together, before on VH1's Marriage Boot Camp back in 2022. I remember that because I did watch it, where they presented themselves as a committed couple working on their relationship. Now, here's the thing, but according to some outlets, the storyline is really getting messy with them. Okay, now the cast is side eyeing their whole marriage, unquote, right? Okay, so here's the thing. So several of the castmates are privately questioning whether she is legally married at all. Insiders are saying that during filming for the upcoming season, K. Michelle frequently positions herself as being above the other women because she is a married woman. But at least one fellow housewife reportedly isn't buying it and has begun openly wondering whether K. Michelle and King K. Stans are actually K. Stan. I just don't even like his name. We're just gonna call him Stan, whether Kay and Stan are actually married on paper or if their situation is more complicated, right? Now, what did they have twins or something? Or was she saying she wanted to have twins? Do they have kids together? Because I remember back in when she was on marriage boot camp, they were talking about she wanted to have twins or whatever. Now, one source described it as like a Mandeezy Yandy situation. Y'all know what I'm talking about, referencing past past TV couples who presented as husband and wife without having finalized, the legal document. Many fans remember when K. Michelle and Stan appeared together on Marriage Boot Camp, like I said, back in 2022, where they discussed their relationship and presented themselves as a serious couple. But as seasoned, reality viewers know, appearing on a show doesn't necessarily mean that the marriage is legal or y'all even did anything, right? And that's exactly what some of the Atlanta castmates are now reportedly questioning. Are they truly husband and wife? Or is this a marriage, quote unquote, more symbolic than legally? I mean, how do y'all feel about that? Like, do you need to get the paper? Like, if I say that's my husband and you say this my wife and we together, like, do we need to, like, what if we do the whole ceremony, but we just don't turn the paper in? Like, why can't we still married, right? We took the vows, like we just didn't turn the paper in to the courts and then had them legitimize it. But why does it take somebody else to legitimize your marriage for it to really be a marriage? I know people who've been together. Like I have a great uncle who he and his wife have been married like what 50 years, but she been living with her boyfriend like 40 years. You get what I'm saying? Like they ain't been together. They did one of them ghetto divorces where they never divorced, but she been with her boyfriend and he moved on with his wife. What they can't legally marry the other person because they still legally married to each other. But you get what I'm saying? Y'all know what I ain't the only one. Don't make it seem like I'm, oh Lord, what kind of family you got going on? Listen, that's what kept me sane, you know, having crazy people in the family, not crazy, but you get what I'm saying, people real life situations, it kept me from it helped me dodge stuff. You know what I mean? Like I had this one uncle who would say, "Oh yeah, I've been married to her 15 years, but I've been cheating 17." So when I see a man that reminds me of him, it's just easy for me to just identify those characteristics. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause I watched him. That's my uncle, like one of my favorite uncles. So I watched him and I saw how he operated. So it helped me with identifying guys like, going into the military. And I meet guys like him. And I'm not just straight up just judging you, but I'll see him like, okay, that reminds me of my uncle. And I'm watching you. And then it comes to fruition. Oh, yeah, you are like my uncle. You get what I'm saying? You got a lot of girls, this and a third. And for somebody like me, I could be the player, but you can't. It's only gonna be one player in this house. You know what I mean? Either you gonna be the player or I'm gonna be the player. But if I'm in the house, I'm gonna be the player. So that automatically means you ain't about to be the player. But that was back in the day when I was young, you know what I'm saying? But, as you get older, you get wiser, and you just like, I don't even have time to be playing these games. Because, when I was young, I loved to play games, child. That was my goal. Oh, Lord. And let him want to play games with me. Child, run circles around that fool. Now, according to insiders, this question becomes a real point of tension during the season, right? So K Michelle insists on highlighting her marital status, allegedly rubs, some of the ladies the wrong way, especially when doubts started to circulate about whether there was actually a marriage license behind it. And in true Real Housewives fashion, once one castmate starts asking questions, the topic quickly becomes the group conversation, child. But I mean, that should be simple to just go and look for the marriage certificate, right? Kind of like a divorce certificate or a death certificate. Now, K Michelle addition to the franchise is already one of the most talked about casting moves in years. You know what I mean? Known for her outspoken personality, emotional honesty, and no filter attitude, fans are expecting her to bring real energy to the show. But if this marriage mystery becomes a center storyline, things could get explosive fast. So, I mean, is she married or not? I don't know. As of now, neither Kay, Michelle, nor Stan have publicly addressed the speculations, and there has been no documentation confirming or denying their legal marital status. So I don't know. I don't know where they got married at. Maybe they got married over in Jamaica or something. I don't know. Now, what we do know is this: the season hasn't even aired yet, and the drama is already bubbling. And if the cast really is questioning whether Kay, is legally married, this storyline could end up being one of the biggest talked about points of the season. Now, y'all know that the new season of The Housewives is going to be premiering in a few months. They haven't given an exact date yet. They just said it's going to be out in a few months. And if this is how it started, then if this is how it's gonna be starting, y'all already know we're gonna be in for a ride. And I'm ready. It's been a minute since I done had a good real because the last season was boring, and the season before that was boring. So, and I don't even remember if I watched the season before that. Uh, you know. So I mean, is she married or not? I don't really, and then we don't know if this man got like legal issues like Mandeezy or whatever, but he's a doctor though, so he shouldn't. But then K Michelle might not want to, I think it's okay to not actually turn in the paper. I think it's cool if, you want to go and get married but not turn in the paper. I think that's fine. Like, why do I need the law to make it legal? We are married to the as long as you don't cheat on me, I'll cheat on you, we're good to go. I don't know. Now speaking of, Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all know that they saying Miss NeNe Leakes is back. Now, real quick, if you still here, go ahead on and hit that follow button. I'm trying to get my follows up, child. I'm trying. Don't have me down here on Chef Man tour with my leg out. I need the help. So help me. Baby, can you help me? Ow. Can you help me? Okay. Now, NeNe Leakes is back in the Bravo universe. Now, it is official, so it ain't no more speculation, ain't no more, oh, is she coming back? Whatever. Yes. She is officially stepping back into the Bravo universe, marking her first return in 6 years since leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, while fans hoping for a full-time Peach may have to wait, TMZ reports that NeNe will appear on Bravo's upcoming spinoff, The Real Housewives, the ultimate road trip, and it's set to premiere sometime this year, 2026. They haven't given an exact date yet. Now, the 58-year-old will not be a part of the full cast for the road trip series, but she is expected to have a notable presence during the Atlanta stop where she is currently living, right? Now, sources say her appearance will be limited to the Georgia leg of the journey, which features housewives traveling across the country and linking up with familiar faces along the way. Okay. Now, in the picture that I should have snapped, I think I did. I don't know, it's NeNe, Portia, and Marlo, right? Now, the new series was announced by Andy Cohen at BravoCon 2025. Um, and it's like to celebrate the franchise's 20-year legacy. Okay. He said, in quote, "This is going to rock your world." Now, NeNe, who helped launch Roa in 2008 and became one of reality TV's most quoted stars, because I mean, it's just so many taglines to her, it's just ridiculous, has long hinted that she wanted to return under the right circumstances. She said, in quote, "If the opportunity was right and the check was on point, why not?" That's what she told TMZ last year. Now, fans are still hoping that, she returns back to the Housewives and get her peach. But to be honest, I remember when NeNe had came back after being gone from Roa for, I guess, a couple seasons. She didn't really bring anything. I don't know if I don't I think that people just have in their mind that it's gonna be how it once was when she first came on. But time I just don't see it. Like if she had maybe her own spinoff, then I think that that'll be cool, like following NeNe. But I really don't care about seeing her with that husband. Well, someone else's husband, because I think he's married to another lady allegedly, or they might be divorced by now. But, like the lady sued her like the other girl had sued, Brene and Akira. So it was like a Brene and Akira situation where the wife sued NeNe, and I think it was like 100,000 or $150,000 she was awarded. It wasn't a lot. She should have went for 1 million. Yep. She should have went for 1 million. I would have went for 1 million. I think yeah. I think yeah. 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 But anyway, so I mean, I guess we'll see how this turn out, but I think people be putting too much stock in it. I don't really think that it's gonna. I don't think that if NeNe came back to the Housewives, it'll be any different. I don't. She didn't bring anything when she came back, and I'm a NeNe fan, but I'm calling it like I see it. I don't think that she's gonna really bring anything because she had been gone for a few years, and when she came back, she didn't bring. It was nothing. She didn't bring anything. I think people just want to see a familiar face. But yeah, I don't really think she's gonna bring anything to the table. Now I do want to talk about the band. Y'all remember the band Star Babs Bunny? Y'all remember the band that Puffy had them people walking to go get the cheesesteak or the cheesecake or whatever, like from Brooklyn to Harlem or Harlem to Brooklyn or New York. I don't know. He had them walking all over the town. Yeah. So she is making some allegations against Donnie McClurkin. And y'all know from that video I've been having playing for the last 2, 3 days that Donnie Clerkland is he really fighting them demons off his ass. You hear me? It's something twisted in the water. I'm talking about it got to be something twisted in the water. Okay, so now catch this tea. Now, former the band member Babs Bunny is trending online after she shared what she repeatedly called an allegedly or alleged personal account involving a late friend and a gospel singer named Donnie McClurkin. This is what she said. Come on in, close. Come on in, congregation. Now, speaking with Oliver Twix, Barb stated, "It's 2026 and I'm tired of not talking. Everybody else is talking. I want to be in the conversation too." All right. I love that. Come on, what you got? Y'all know I had to throw that in there just for the hell of it. Anyway, now Barb's claim she knew a little bit of something about Auntie Donnie. "I hate to say allegedly because I know this is for a fact because I was there." Now that's the kind of carrying on I like when a bitch say I was there. I seen it. You call me what you want, but you won't call me a liar because I was there. I saw it. Now here's what she alleged. This is what she alleged. Now she alleged the relationship between her friend. Y'all listening? Okay. She alleged the relationship between when began when her friend was underage. He wasn't even legal, is what she's saying. She said under the age of consent legally on paper in the law, she added that the relationship continued for years, saying they were together for maybe like 3 years. My friend really liked him. Now a lawsuit was filed against McClurkin this month by a male accuser. Y'all know I played that for y'all, alleging that he, engaged in sexual misconduct and abuse with some of the, alleged incidents said to have occurred in religious settings tied to faith-based counseling and so-called conversion efforts. Mm, mm, mm. Now let me see here. Okay. Child, won't he do it? Let me let y'all hear this audio. Now, if the audio don't go straight there, I'm about to cut it off. So hold on. Oh, wait a minute. You can't be playing that now. They trying to get you, girl. Let me see if I can skip to that part.
And was your friend a male?
Yes, he was definitely, he's a male. Yes, my friend's a male. Yeah. And, he was very young, and when they started messing around.
Underage?
Yeah, underage. Because, like, Auntie Donnie, and, he liked them young, allegedly. You know what I mean?
Underage as in under the age of consent.
Legally. You know what I'm saying? Under the age of consent, legally, like on paper, like in the law, like yeah. So
Who was your friend?
Allegedly, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Allegedly, right? He wasn't. Let me just say, he wasn't a baby, but he wasn't legal. At the time, but he grew.
He was not legal.
Yes, allegedly, as the relationship went on, he became a legal age, allegedly, in the relationship. Okay, and so now, my friend, he was in the church, and a lot of times they was treating him funny in the church. My friend was very flamboyant. He was not trying to hide who he was, no matter where he went. Okay, when he stepped in the church, it was all eyes on him. Okay, I'm here to praise the Lord, but I'm gonna be shiny and blingy, and yeah, you're gonna see me. You are going to the Lord gonna see me. Okay, and so that's how he was. And so they had this relationship allegedly going on. And then when my friend, he passed away. And at the funeral, the pastor went off because the pastor knew about Donnie allegedly, right? And so the pastor was upset that Donnie was not there. Allegedly, he was very upset. And he had to make it be known that Donnie allegedly should have been in the building. And, show your face.
At the funeral, Babs?
At the funeral.
At the
funeral. In Queens, New York, okay? Let me tell you something. Y'all can say what y'all want, because I know, listen, a lot of people out here gonna say, listen, I can tell them, and you can take it how you want to take it. It doesn't even matter to me, because it's 2026, and I'm tired of not talking when everybody else is talking. I want to be in a conversation too. And so, but I'm gonna keep putting allegedly, because, like I said, God bless the dead. My friend is no longer here. And, if I really want to get messy, you know what I'm saying, we could start the hotline, and I could have 5-6 people call in on the hotline to confirm my allegations. But
if you want to send them the link that I sent you, feel free.
yeah. And you know what I thought, I'm gonna go into that after this, but that was it. And so I just wanted to say that I've been doing, everybody like, oh, well, Babs, he been spilled his tea. Well, it wasn't in my cup. Okay.
Babs!
And the only reason why I'm saying this, because you should have showed up to the funeral. Okay? You should have showed up and showed love the way you were showing love, allegedly. Okay? And so, yeah.
So let me ask you this, Babs. So, allegedly, when your friend started dating Donnie McClurkin, allegedly he was not 18 yet.
No, he was
How
not.
old was he?
He was like, a year and a half into 18. And then, he worked his way into,
So he was 18, or he was
a year and a half before 18.
before 18?
Yeah.
Where did he meet him at?
To be honest with you, I cannot say that for sure, because this
Okay, so that's 16 and a half if y'all doing your math. That's 16 and a half. Let's continue.
It was a while ago, and I can't really remember exactly where it was, but it's a possibility that it was at the church because I told you that my friend was heavy into the church. She, like, wanted to get saved and all of that stuff. So that's where it could have been. But I'm not sure, so I'm going to make it clear that I'm not sure about that. But the allegedly, yeah. Shout out to Donnie. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Donnie. And I'm not here. I don't want to be messy, but I want to be messy. You know what I'm
You
saying?
want to be messy? Oh my
I don't care.
Babs. Okay, so allegedly Donnie McClurkin, who, for the record, I want to say is my favorite.
All right, so if y'all want to go and catch the rest of that, then head on over to YouTube and you can see the rest of the video. And I will tag it in this clip. If you listen to the clip, then you'll see it down at the bottom. So you can just click on there and go and listen to the rest of the interview. It's like 17 minutes and 3 seconds, so it's not long. But yeah, y'all heard it, and I believe her. I do. I believe her. I believe that he is a freak, and I believe he's using the pool pit to get um penile. That's my thoughts. It is what it is. I do believe it. I do believe it. So yeah, I really don't know where to go after that. I mean, she said everything that she needed to say. So I mean, if you need to hear something else, then maybe you just living in denial. But you got to believe people. He said that he was fighting demons. So yeah, and you had the preacher lady who came out and said that he gave her son his room key, and she took the key and went up there and went to his hotel room, and he apologized to her. Then you got this man who coming out with this lawsuit, and I mean, it's probably other people. And one thing that they don't mind doing is they don't mind having situations where you just happen to fall out of a window or a balcony, or you just happen to run off of a cliff. You get what I'm saying? This is a very evil world, and people kill in all they people do a lot of things just to keep their sick secrets. And yeah, these people are sick. Watch churn. Watch your kids. Please watch your kids. And men, protect the women. And speaking of protecting women, do I want to talk about this Cash? You know what? I don't even care about that rapper Cash Out. So I'm not even about to talk about him. We're gonna go ahead on and move over here to LA Reid. And how he said you will not be Diddy and me. Y'all hear my dog back there just cutting up like if she got a goddamn job or something, just snoring. I ought to pull out a bear horn and just blow it. I ain't got time to get a dog no heart attack. Anyway, so let's just move on real quick to L.A. Reid and him settling his sexual assault lawsuit on the day of trial. Okay, L.A. said, you got the right one. I'm not about to play with you. Okay, so L.A. Reid has settled a sexual assault and harassment lawsuit brought by former employee Drew Dixon on the very day the civil suit was scheduled to begin. Now, Dixon accused the former record chief executive, born Antonio Reid, of groping, kissing, and you know, uh, penetrating her without consent on 2 occasions. Yeah. She said the alleged incidents occurred after Reid joined the label in 2000 and that her career suffered when she rejected his advances. Now, according to Dixon, and this is a very common thing for women. According to Dixon, budgets were cut and proposed artists signed were blocked, stalling what she described as a promising trajectory. It happens, child. It do. What in the hell is this? Hold on. Why is this not coming? Okay, let me get that away from me. Okay. I don't know what I had pressed, but some stuff came up and some other things came down. All right. Now, Reid denied the allegations, of course, and Dixon ultimately left Arista in 2002 to attend Harvard Business School, later saying that a persistent campaign of sexual harassment and assault forced her to abandon the work that she loved when she was on top, when she was at the top of her game. That's crazy. Now, in that picture that you guys see coming across, that is L.A. Reid on the left, then Jay-Z, and then Phil Robinson during the Mary J. Blige birthday party, right? Now, the lawsuit was filed under New York State's Adult Survivors Act, which briefly reopened expired civil claims. Excuse me, civil claims. The settlement terms were not disclosed. Dixon says she hoped the resolution would be a ray of light peeking through the clouds for survivors, right? Now, Reed's lawyer said the matter was resolved without any admission of liability. Sir, you settled. Yeah. Reed later held he later held senior roles at like Island Def Jam and Epic Records before stepping down from Epic in 2017 following another harassment claim. So he was just running through the music industry harassing people, predators, nothing but predators. You know what? I had an ex best friend and she always wanted to like go into the music industry and she could sing and she always wanted to do that, but it was like it never was her path to do that. And I am so thankful that she did not do that because she's a sweetheart. And that could have been really hard on her, right? You know what I'm saying? So I don't really I just don't know how I feel about that. You know what I mean? Well, listen. Todd, why people think Todd Bridges' ex-wife or the lady he's divorcing is a man? Now, don't get me wrong. She do look like a man. You know what? I would actually need to see her giving birth. I'm sorry, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I need to see it. They saying that Tiana Taylor is dating Ben Affleck. Todd Bridges is married to a man. Um, and they talking Rihanna might be trying to have another baby. But this is what got me. Now, y'all remember Brian Austin Green from 90210? That was a cute white boy. Now, here's the thing. Now, Brian Austin Green just told a story that had fans doing a double take. Now, in a recent interview, the actor revealed that he once dated Tashina Arnold in his early 20s, but there was a major problem. Okay. Now, I don't know. Hold on. Let me see this audio.
So we ended up fooling around and kind of dating, but it's funny. So the pride that you say in culture and race, like I think coming from Martin, she was very clear in the Tashina, I love you. She was very clear on day one of like nobody can know about this.
Really?
Nobody, like can't tell people. Can't talk about this. And so I was in my early 20s. I was living in a culture that wasn't accepting of me, but there was no way to get out of it because that was just where my brain and my heart were.
Right.
So I was really insecure. And then I have someone who I'm attracted to who's telling me like, oh, you can't tell anybody?
Yeah.
I think for me, like it really triggered something of like, oh, okay, I'm not good enough for any of this. You don't even want your friends to know that you're hanging out with me.
You wanted to be out with her. And
I wanted to in the beginning for sure. And then I quickly felt like, oh, okay, just like my love of hip hop and all my other like this is, I have to shut the up and, and sit in the back of the car and like just be happy that I'm in the car.
Wow, that's crazy. And then you know what to think that's Brian Austin Green. Like all the girls are crazy over him. He was like the cutest one on 90210. They had Matt Perry or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, he was like the hot stuff. Now I can't wait to see what Tashina has to say about this. Now I just threw that on up in there because I was just scrolling online and I just seen that come up. But interesting. Oh, Tashina. At least she had a good one because that's a cute little old white boy. I ain't even gonna hold you, player. I like him. He's cute. Yeah, I mean, he done got older now, so he ain't really doing what he used to. But yeah, I thought that's when I seen that come across. I said, oh, that's interesting. Needless to say, life be happening. People be doing stuff. Listen, if you still here, and this is literally the end of the show. If you still here, go ahead on and hit that follow button. I'm trying to grow it up. Once I get to 25 followers, then I ain't gonna be pressing on the following part. But I'm trying to get at least 25. And I appreciate the person who became my 15. Thank you kindly. I appreciate all 15 of y'all. Y'all holding me. Y'all holding the girl down. I really appreciate it. I really do. But y'all know I'm also working on, y'all know. Anyway, and listen, let me tell you something. I love to dream. I'm a dreamer. I feel like dreaming is what keeps you alive. It keeps you motivated. It keeps you awake. It keeps you centered. For me, it keeps me centered, right? Because it just doesn't pull me into these different demonic ways of the world. I just, and so over the past few days, well, not even the past few days, but like the past few weeks, really, I have just been looking at like islands that I would just love to buy. I don't know. It's kind of like how, you ever just been in your bed and you going through Zulu or whatever, and you looking at these $1 million houses, knowing you ain't got about $20 in your bank, right? But I mean, it's always good to dream, You're like, oh, they want 5 million. Oh no, that bedroom is too small. Mm-mm. No, maybe if it was 499, but no, not for 5. You get what I'm saying? So I've been looking at like just different islands around the world and prices and just things of that nature because I would love to buy an island one day and then just like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe turn part of it into like a little mini resort. You get what I mean? I don't know. I love privacy. I love being around people that I love being around. So I don't know if I would want, I'm just thinking about just different things, right? But just to be in the mindset of like, you know what? I wonder how much this island costs or that island costs. And then another thing that I learned is that some islands you can buy free out, and then some of them you can only lease it. Why would I want to just lease it? You get what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna buy it, own it. I don't want to lease nothing. But anyway, I really do appreciate you guys listening to me cackle and talk about stuff that you might care about, you might not care about here. But at least you listening. So I take that. I take it for what it is and not for what it could have been. But in the meantime, in between time, please listen to my commercial and hit the follow button. And I really do thank you guys. So yeah, I will talk to you guys. Let me see what I have tomorrow. I don't think I have anything to do with the lawyer tomorrow. So if I don't, then you get a new episode tomorrow. But if you are hearing this tomorrow and it is close to midnight, because I'm gonna put this on shortly. So if listen, if it's not a new episode tomorrow evening around this time, then for sure it's Saturday because he done had me do something else. Oh, and I got a hair appointment too. So I got to no, my hair appointment is at 7 in the morning. I'm going to give me some bohos. So I'm going to give me some bohos, and that's going to be real cute because I got 3 colors. I got a 2730 and a what's the other color? I think it's a uh what color is that? Hold on, because I got another color and it's going to be extra cute, child. Oh, I got a 2730 and a 350. So y'all know that's gonna be real cute together. And if you don't know, Google it. But yeah, so thank you guys again. I'm babbling, babble, babble, babble. And yeah, so I will see y'all, if not tomorrow, Saturday for sure, for sure. Talk to you then. Toodles. Before we close, shout out to my followers who hear this every time because you never know who's listening. I'm building a self-parting hair tool so you can part hair clean, straight, and perfectly with no extra hands needed, not even a mirror. Still in patent. I am meeting with manufacturers to scout out, those types of things, but it's real and it's coming. So when it drops, you heard it here first because I'm going to display it here first. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you wander with me, always remember consistency is key, and I'll be back with more. So until then, be easy.